Gender studies provides a space for me to think across issues and really see how the intersections of like race, class, sexuality, identity, location, age, these things come together. Provides that space to kind of amalgamate various ideas and stuff. And I think as a man as well, it's important to have this kind of perspective as we continue in our work as scholars, as activists, students and stuff to tease out these issues, right? Because you don't really have much men in the field taking these kind of steps to do the necessary work. You have students who are interested in probably like some more the kind of socio-political issues of economics in the region. And I would, really try to show them how like IGDS provides that space for them to move beyond numbers and statistics to really deepen an analysis of whatever issue they're interested in. I also always talk about how welcoming the space is, how supportive the space is, the very, open door policy. Here was a space for me to come and just de-stress, to think critically, to bounce ideas off of colleagues, off of lecturers, off of students and stuff. The MPhil degree I did in cultural studies, doing research on transgender issues. I was one of the only people that I knew of at the time interested in that kind of work. I had to come to IGDS and really kind of figure things out. And I think the MPhil program provided that space for me to design my work and where I wanted the work to go. Now, being a student at the University of Toronto, I see how the links are between my department, the Women and Gender Studies Institute, and IGDS across the campuses, and even the work that we are doing in Toronto. What I hope is that I could, kind of begin this conversation that we need to have about realities on the ground. And I've seen that IGDS is the place where these conversations generally start and filter out. Caribbean Studies Association conference, that's a good place to really see how these connections work on the ground. So you have scholars from UE, meeting scholars from Toronto, from England, from New York, from other parts of the US. And you really get to see how this work happens and how we're all having one big conversation across boundaries, across like physical boundaries. So I'm hoping that my work in tourism, I also do work on critiquing human rights intervention. I'm hoping that my work could really begin to show people some of the negative impacts of really kind of outdated ways of conceptualizing life in Trinidad and the Caribbean. I'd be interested to see probably next 10, 15 years where work like this would reach and how it would impact policy decision, government decisions.